Alright, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the title, we're doing a Q&A, but it's not just any Q&A, it's a relationships and friendships Q&A, because why not get relationship advice from the girl who has never been in a relationship? Makes sense, right? Yeah, exactly. But I asked you guys to ask me on Instagram some questions. If you don't follow me, you should, because I always post sneak peeks and behind the scenes and just update you guys more on there. It's Brookleisha. I'll put it on the screen here. But yeah, we are doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me a whole bunch of questions. So I have a whole bunch here and we're going to go through it. So let's jump straight into it. I haven't done a Q&A in a long time. This is exciting because it's something different. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one we have, we're just diving straight into it, is do you ever feel hopeless in finding a good relationship from this generation? Literally, yes, absolutely. I feel like this generation is the worst generation for finding love. Everyone's either just like, they don't want to be committed, like they have commitment issues, they have trust issues, whatever, or they're just like, they've been hurt in the past from something else and they can't seem to move on from it. So then they have, it's like, it's a whole cycle of like bad, like there's just like a whole cycle. No one actually wants to be in a relationship. We have like this whole thing of hookup culture now, which is so annoying. It's just so complicated, and a lot of people are in relationships for like the wrong reasons, or they're just using someone. It's a whole thing. It's so frustrating, especially when you're wanting to get to know someone, you don't know what their true intentions are. It sucks when you like pour yourself out and you really open your heart and like just your mind and everything to this person, and they just kind of like screw you over. I feel like this generation just doesn't really know what true love is anymore. I don't even know, like I feel like it's just because that's what we're surrounded by. Like there's nothing like real, like our friends are like in the same thing, and a lot of times now people just settle to be in relationships because they don't want to be lonely, and I don't want to do that. I don't know, it's hard in this generation because I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic, but at the same time you can't be. Like you have to be realistic in this generation or else you're gonna get hurt in the end, and that's just like the reality of it all. Yeah, you have to be careful who you open up to now. It just sucks because I don't want to do hookups. I don't want to do like quick little like talking stages. It's such a waste of time, and I feel like that's literally what this generation does, is waste people's time. No one actually wants to get to know you, and everyone just like is booty hurt over something. Like it's just, you can't put your problems from other relationships onto new ones because not everyone is the same, and I feel like that's what people do. Obviously you're hurt, but then you need to heal on your own before you start talking into someone else or jumping into a new relationship, or else you're never going to heal your past self and your past relationships and learn from it. So yeah, that's my, I feel like I can go on about this for so long because there's so many problems with our generation and being in a good relationship, because no one knows how to communicate anymore, and everyone has trust issues. Literally everyone has trust issues nowadays, and it's horrifying. I have trust issues, and I find it really difficult to open up to people now. So yeah, it's really hard. It's a struggle out there. Oh no. Okay, so the next one is, do you want to be in a relationship? I wouldn't say like it's like I don't need to be in a relationship. I feel like everyone would like to be in a relationship. I feel like I'm just like at the place in my life right now where like it would be nice to share my special moments with someone else. It's different when you're like in your 20s. You feel like you should be in a relationship, but also like you should be experiencing life at the same time. So it's like, do you want to be in a committed relationship, or do you want to kind of like do your own thing and like just live life? So I don't know, I always like get stuck on this question. I always say like I'm open to meeting new people and seeing where things go, but I'm not like going into, like I'm not walking on the street and be like, I'm gonna find someone today. Like, do you know what I mean? It's never like that. I feel like whoever God like puts in my life, and whoever that is, the time will be right. And so I'm just putting my trust in God or the universe, literally whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. Just, yeah, I'm just kind of like letting it be right now. But it would be nice to be in a relationship, but like I said, it's not my priority. It just kind of sucks when like you see so many people in relationships it just makes you feel lonely. I'm content right now. Obviously, I get my moments of sadness where I'm like, what is wrong with me? Everyone kind of gets that. I feel like, especially if you've never been in a relationship before, it makes you question a lot of things, whether you're worthy or not, or what's wrong with you, what you could change. You kind of like, it's this never ending loop of questions that you ask yourself. It's a whole thing. Like, I don't know, I'm always like, am I not pretty enough? Am I not skinny enough? Am I not funny enough? And it's like, it's not even like that you're not enough. It's just you haven't met the right person, because you will never be too little or too much for the right person you meet, and that's just facts. It's just the way it is. So yeah, that's I would like to be in a relationship, but I don't know if this is the right timing. I feel like if I'm still single, then I'm meant to be where I am in this moment, and I will just enjoy it while I can. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm just gonna take in what is given to me at this current time. So yeah, you just gotta look into it in a positive way. The next one is, do I have to wait for the right one to come by? That's totally up to you. I'm the type of person that's kind of like, whoever is put into my life, they will come when the time is right. But other people, they want to go look, and that's fine. That's totally okay to go look for your soulmate or whatever, or kind of like pursue someone else. That's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a relationship, but don't be in a relationship for justification and just because you're lonely. I feel like if you're in it for the bad reasons and because of just like simply loneliness, that's not good, because you're not growing, you're not learning. It's kind of like you are dependent on someone, and that's not good. You want to kind of be on your own for a little bit and just kind of learn who you are and like what your worth is. I feel like that's what I've learned as like being in my 20s and being single for this long. I've literally never been in a relationship. I've learned a lot about what I want in a person and what I don't want in a person. So I feel like and also watching other people be in relationships, I'm kind of like, okay, that's not like a good sign. It kind of shows you different perspectives, especially like an outside view. You kind of get to see like what you want and what you don't want. But yeah, you don't have to wait. You can go look. Go have fun. Go see. Next one is, do you believe in love at first sight? I don't think so. I feel like I used to when I was obviously a little bit more naive and younger, but now I feel like I have more of a realist like point of view, and I see things realistically. I feel like you have to in this generation. Again, it's like beauty and looks is one thing, because that's literally what your love at first sight is. You don't know how that person is like personality wise. You can't tell how they are, how they treat others, how they are with their family, how they are with their friends. You literally can't tell any of that by just looking at someone. So me now, I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in attraction at first sight. There could be that, or chemistry at first sight, but I don't know. No, not love at first sight. No, I don't think so. The next one is, do you ever feel lonely and unloved randomly, and how do you deal with it? I love you so much. I love you more. I feel like definitely I feel lonely and like I'm not worthy enough, and it's normal. I feel like if we didn't have those feelings, we wouldn't be human. It's the emotions that we go through. Again, if you've never been in a relationship, or if you're just single or whatever, I feel like you always question why. It's always the whys, and it's always like you always like want to pick at yourself, which is not good. I always say love yourself. I can't love someone if I can't love myself first. And that's also why I don't want to be in a relationship, because I'm not fully there right now. I don't think I can give myself to someone when I'm really unhappy with myself. But yeah, I do get lonely, but I have to remember, you know what, the timing. I'm just thinking like the timing. If it's my time now, then I will have someone, and if not, then this is the time for myself and to focus on me and other relationships I have in my life, whether that's friendships, like with my family, friends, whatever. It is the way it is. Obviously, you get sad, but I refuse to like lower my standards because I'm lonely, and I refuse to be with someone. I don't want to be with someone just out of loneliness. It's not right, and it's not fair to that person, because I feel like I'm not going into it again for the right reasons, and it's not the vibes, mate. Okay, the next one is how to be a better communicator. be honest. I feel like that's the main thing to communication, is being honest with someone, because without honesty and truthfulness, you can't be in a relationship and you can't communicate properly. You have to be candid with your partner, or else your relationship's literally gonna go downhill. So yeah, be honest and be real, and just kind of see things from their point of view as well. Don't just, I feel like when you're in a relationship, a lot of people just think of themselves like, I feel this way, but you also have to remember that there's another person. It's a 50-50 relationship. You have to put their feelings into like consideration, and it's not just you, it's them and you. So yeah, just remember that. Okay, so the next one is, do you think a girl or boy should make the first move? Literally, who gives a shit? It is 2022. It does not matter if the boy or girl is making the first move. Be bold. I guess guys like when girls make the first move. I have anxiety, so that would not happen. That would not happen. But go for it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay, so what is the one thing you look for in a relationship? There are so many things. It's not just one thing. I can't just name one thing. But things that I look for in a relationship is communication, trust, how they treat others, also how they are with their family and friends. That's like a big thing to me. I feel like how people treat others is like, it shows who they are as a person. And I don't want to be with someone who's like selfish and just doesn't care, and just, I feel like we should be in a world where we accept everyone. Not everyone's like that, obviously. That's just the harsh reality of life. But I want to be with someone who is accepting. And I want someone who has a good heart and just cares about people. And yeah, I just want someone who has a good heart. That's like my biggest thing. I want that. And I want someone who's not gonna only care for me, but other people as well. Okay, so the next one is, have you ever had your BFF make you jealous? Because mine actually just made me jealous. Now she's acting weird. Honestly, I feel like if that's the case, then that's not actually your friend, because your friend's not gonna do that. I've learned that the hard way. But yeah, your friends, your true friends, aren't gonna be malicious or jealous of you. They're gonna support you and be happy for you, and they're gonna want what's best for you. If it's upsetting you, I would bring it up and see how they react. I feel like I love doing that, because ultimately how they react is going to be how they feel, and it's gonna show their true colors out a little bit. It will ultimately help you make your decision on whether or not you want to be friends with them or not. And I know sometimes it sucks and it's hard to separate yourself from people, but you do not want that negative energy. I promise you. The next one is, in which aspects do you think you've grown the most? Love you. I love you more. I feel like I've grown in certain things, and then also like I'm still learning. Everything's a learning process. Life is a learning process. But things I have grown in especially is friendships and knowing my self-worth. I have grown so much in that. A lot of people used to take advantage of me, and it would make me upset, and I would stay friends with them or continue to talk to them because I didn't want to be alone. But now, honestly, I've come to realize that it's quality over quantity, and I would rather be alone and have zero friends or be single, whatever it is, than have people in my life that honestly do not care about me. People are malicious. They only want like things for themselves. They are so selfish. They only want things to benefit themselves, and I want that too, but not in the way that they want it. If you aren't benefiting me with positive energy and good vibes, and just if you aren't bringing anything into my life that is good, then I don't want you. That is what I want to benefit from. And other people want to benefit physically and just so many different other ways. So yeah, I've learned my self-worth, and I refuse to change who I am, and I know who I am now as a person, and I will not change for someone. I used to change constantly growing up, trying to fit into all these different groups and friendships, and now I don't want to do it. It's literally take me as I am. If you don't like me, great. If you like me, also great. I literally don't give a shit what people think about me anymore, and I cared so much, and now I'm just like, fuck everyone, I don't care. It's so, yeah, I just be yourself. That's what I've grown in. Okay, so the next one is, what are some good things about being single? Oh my god, there's so many positives to being single. Independency. Obviously, you can be independent when you are in a relationship, but I feel like also you have to be aware of this other person's feelings when you're in a relationship. When you're single, it's all about you, baby. Like, no one else matters. Literally, you can do whatever the hell you want without any consequences. Obviously, there's other consequences in other ways, but none that involve a significant other. Yeah, you're literally free to do anything. You don't have to tell someone where you're going, like what you're doing. I feel like that, I'm like, ew, that gives me the ick on its own, is telling someone, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym now, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends right now. And then what if they don't want me to hang, like, it's just, yeah. And then people end up being toxic, and it's not the vibes. It's not the vibe. Also, I don't have time to be dealing with someone. Like, I don't want to do it. Honestly, being in a relationship is work. It is a lot of work, and a lot of people don't understand that. That's also why relationships don't work nowadays, because people aren't willing to put in the effort. But yeah, being single is great, but it's also sad and lonely. But you know what? I'm gonna be lonely and sad and jamming on my own. It's fine. I'm fine. To an extent, I'm fine. I don't know. Alright, so the next one's, are you ready for a relationship? Honestly, I feel like no one's ever ready for a relationship. No matter what someone says, they're like, yeah, I'm ready for one. No, you're not. Especially if you've never been in one. Like, I've never been in one. I don't know how it would be in a relationship. I feel like I'm like mature and I'm ready for a relationship, but I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship. Like, I feel like I still have so much to learn on my own. So yes and no. I know that's not really an answer, but does anyone really have the answer if they're ready for a relationship? I don't. I feel like that's also why I'm kind of more closed off, because I'm so scared to get my heart broken, because I've never been in love and I've never been with someone, and I've been hurt before in the past, and I wasn't even in a relationship. So now I'm like so protective of my energy and my aura and like me as a person. So yeah, I feel like no one's ever ready for a relationship. It's scary and it's new and it's change, and yeah, it's different. So yes and no. I don't know. And the next one is, are you afraid that you still don't have a relationship? In a way, yes and no. I feel like it's always something that's scary, especially like in your 20s. Again, you question it. Sometimes I do have my days where I question it, that I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I worry that I'm gonna be single forever. It's always a thought that crosses my mind, just because I refuse to lower my standards. So I'm like, is anyone gonna ever meet them? So it does worry me and it scares me sometimes, but honestly, I feel like there is someone out there for me, and I just have to be patient, and this is my time for myself. So that's how I see it, is this is my time for me, and whenever someone's in my life, I will get them. So I do get afraid, but you can't, honestly, life is scary in general, so you can't be afraid of this one thing, of being single forever. I'd rather stay single than be with someone who doesn't give me what I want, like love-wise. Like, I need to be loved a certain way, and if you aren't willing to do that, then I don't want to be with you. I deserve literally so much more, and I have so much to offer, so if that's not reciprocated, then I don't want it. So alright guys, so that is going to finish this video. That was my advice for relationships and friendships. Yeah, that was that. It was fun. I love talking about relationships and like giving advice and just my perspective on it. I feel like there's a lot of people like me out there that have never been in a relationship before, and being in their 20s, it's a weird thing, but it happens, and it's a weird feeling. But yeah, that was this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want me to do more of like these Q&A videos, let me know in the comments below. But I love y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Bye.